Here we're going to talk about domain and range and help you with questions on the state test. So first off, domain. Domain are the x coordinates. They're the inputs into your function. You're looking at the x coordinates that are on the graph. You're looking at the x-axis. Notice the x-axis goes right to left. So you're looking at how far this graph goes out to the right. So in this case, it goes all the way out to 4 on the x-axis. And how far does it go to the left? And notice it has an arrow that is saying it continues to go on and on forever in the left direction. So it goes all the way to negative infinity. So when you're saying your domain, it's from negative infinity to 4. And you want to use x because domain is the x. So you would write it like this. X is in between negative infinity and 4. Range is the y's. These are the outputs of your function. You can put something in for x and you get the y. So since range is the y's, you want to look at the y-axis. And notice the y-axis goes up and down. So this is asking how far up does your graph go? How far down does it go? So in this case, it goes all the way up to 2 on the y-axis. That's the farthest it reaches up. And it goes all the way down to negative 1, 2, 3, 4 to negative 5. So it's from negative 5 to 2. What is between negative 5 and 2? The y's. So y, since it's the range, is in between negative 5 and 2. On the state test, you want to make sure when you're given a multiple choice question that if it's asking for range, you are picking the answer that has y. If it's asking for domain, you're picking the answer that has x. So how about this one? What is the domain? How far to the right does it go? How far to the left does it go? The answer for this one is not C. The answer is D. This is written in a slightly different way. Notice that it has arrows that go on and on forever. So it's not stopping at negative 30. It's going all the way to negative infinity. And it's going to the right all the way to 15. So it's from negative infinity to 15. Or you can say it's everything less than 15. X is less than 15. Notice they give us the choice y. It's not y because we're looking at the domain. It's x. How about this one? What is the range? Range is the y's. How far up does it go? How far down does it go? The answer is not D. The answer is B. Remember, this graph is just showing us one glimpse at it, but this has an arrow. So this is saying it's going to continue moving in that pattern. So it's going to continue inching up and going off to the left. It's going to continue inching down and going off to the left. So it's going eventually up to infinity. It's going down to negative infinity. So y, because it's range, we're using the y's. Y is between negative infinity and infinity, not x. X is for domain, so the answer is not A or C. It has to be something with y because it's range. One more type of question is this. If they give you a function and they tell you the domain of the function, you need to remember domain is x. So they're telling us all of the x coordinates, negative 2, 4, 10, 15. And they want to know what is y. What are the y coordinates? So they want to know when you substitute each of these x's in, what do you get as y? So when we put negative 2 in for x, what is the answer? Then when we put in 4 for x, what is the answer? When we put in 10 for x, what is the answer? And when we put in 15 for x, what is the answer? We're substituting in, we're inputting into our function each of these x coordinates, and we're seeing what the output is, what the range is. So when you do that, you see that you get -4, -1, 2, and 4.5. So the answer would be D. So this is simply an substitute in and put it in your calculator type of problem. It's easy. You just need to remember domain is giving you the x coordinates. Range is, in this case, asking you for the y coordinates.